Because the charging system on my old motorcycle here is shot and it may be very difficult to find a new one, I've decided to change the lights that are on all the time, the tail lights and the running lights in front, to LEDs. Let's take a look at the difference between the incandescent and the LEDs. So here's a comparison of the incandescent bulb versus the LED. This is a LED tower from superbrightleds.com. This is, I think, the 47 LED, 101157. And it's important whenever you get LEDs to get the same color as the color that's going to be behind the glass, because LEDs don't produce white light the same way incandescent bulbs do. There's actually very little amber or very little red in an LED. So for a tail light, you're going to use a red LED, and for turn signals here, we're using orange LEDs. Okay, and now with the LED installed, let's see what it looks like. So you'll notice what happened there is the signal flashed very fast. It's because the old mechanical switches rely on the voltage drain or the amperage drain from the incandescents, and the LEDs don't have that kind of drain, and so it thinks there's an electrical problem and it makes it flash fast, which is why you also need to pick up an electronic flasher. And it'll get in focus there. The electronic flasher I will install later, and we'll take a look at that in action. But for now, let's do the tail lights. So here's the original tail light. My taillight options for this bike were limited because the license plate does not have a separate light. It uses light from the taillight. And so I needed to have a LED system that has both red lights and white lights, otherwise it would not be legal. Image of it. So it's got these forward-facing LEDs, and then on the side there are white LEDs that will help to illuminate the license plate. Again, you can't put white LEDs back there, otherwise you'll get almost no light out of the red glass. So here's the LED tail light. So as we saw there, the tail light, as I suspected, was not quite as bright as the original incandescent, at least when the brake was on. If you have a separate license plate light, you can get clusters that have many more LEDs and would be much brighter and not as directional as that one was. But I was limited with this case. But anyway, I've now replaced the stock flasher with the electronic flasher, and now let's take a look at the LEDs flashing at their normal speed. You'll notice the electronic flasher doesn't tick, but who cares, because you can't hear the ticking when your engine's running anyway.